This is how I got a job as a UX designer in 2025. To preface, I want to say that I know the market is very, very rough, and I am so thankful that I was able to find this opportunity. With that being said, let's get started. At the beginning of my job search, I did apply to bigger companies that had fully remote jobs so that I could do it from my area. It was not feasible for me to move, to relocate. I decided to apply mostly to local companies after not even hearing back from any of the bigger companies I applied to. Where I live, there's a very strong design community, so I focused also on going on events and meeting new people, trying to make connections. Something else that I did was making sure my resume would pass the automatic screenings. So I paid really close attention when I would get automatic rejections because that meant my resume was not optimized to apply for this job. I tried to tailor my design experiences from the past with the keywords of what the employer was looking for, just trying to think of what experiences I had that would closely match to the jobs I was applying to. Eventually, there was one job posting that was perfect for me. I was applying to both full-time and part-time and even internship opportunities since I was recently graduated. But I really wanted to find some sort of part-time job, which would be perfect since I am a mom of two, and I ended up finding that at a local university. I happened to have a connection that worked in this very team, not as a UX designer, and this person was able to talk to the hiring manager and then give me a referral, if you will. I got an interview at this place, and I knew they were interviewing with other candidates, and I was interviewing for some other full-time roles at the time too, but I really wanted to get this part-time position. As part of the application process though, for this particular company, they had a design challenge, and typically I try to avoid those because I feel like it's a waste of time and you can just see my design skills from my portfolio. But since I thought this would be the perfect opportunity, since it was part-time and the pay range aligned with my requirements and needs at the time, I decided to go for it. Something else that helped me is that this was not my first interview. I had several interviews this year before I got my first interview at this company, and I feel like all of those interviews were a learning opportunity, even if I didn't get a role. So I took all of my experiences from those past interviews and I applied them to this interview to really sell myself. I can talk about this for a really long time, but those are the key points that helped me land my current role. I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I will try to answer them as best as I can.